Entrepreneurs, if you are struggling to move forward in your business, if you have plateaued in your business, if you are not getting the growth you know you are capable of, then listen up. This is going to be massive for you. I'll tell you why. Firstly, let's start with a great quote by James Clear, the founder and author of the fantastic book, killer book, Atomic Habits. And this sums up what we're doing today, what we're going over. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, aka also known as habits as well. So, what we're going to be going over today, guys, is habits. I'm going to break down what a habit is, and I'm going to teach you how to install habits. I'm also, what I'd like to do more than anything, I'd certainly want to teach you how to install them, how to create them. But what I want to do is make you super aware. You need to walk away from this training knowing that this is what you need to implement in your life and business. Whether it's with us at Founder Fit, whether it's with someone else, it doesn't matter. You have to implement, you have to install high leverage, high quality habits. You will never survive in business. You will never progress in business long term. You may get short term wins through just action, and I'm guilty of this. I'm an action man. And what I found was I'd take action. I'd be absolutely phenomenal at getting things done, but I wouldn't install the systems and habits behind it. So the success or the achievement was short term. And that's a huge problem, obviously, for obvious reasons. We all want long-term sustainable success. There is no point in just achieving one-off results or winning a couple of times here and there, or winning and it falling over. Building the business, building the sales funnel, or building getting the results, making the sales, and then you don't have a system or a habit to back it up. And as soon as you step away, go on holiday, whatever it may be, it all falls over. So today is about creating habits so this action becomes automatic and you can produce these results so consistently, so predictably that you ultimately are able to create your destiny. All right, so let's get into it. The big idea today, we're talking about habits, not in a motivational way, but in a mechanical way. Look, we'll go straight to business. Business is a machine. It shouldn't have feelings. It doesn't have feelings. Money doesn't have feelings. Your competition doesn't have feelings about you. It is going to take your market share regardless of how you feel. So we need to be extremely mechanical in the way that we operate within business. And what are habits? Habits are repeated actions tied to identity. They are the invisible system running your day. Guys, you don't need motivation. I jump on YouTube and always, maybe it's my algorithm, but I just see motivation. And there's nothing wrong with the David Goggins stuff. I love his books. I rate him. I think he's a legend. But, just go out, grind, get after it, go out, get it. Like, that's only going to get you so far. And let's be honest, David Goggins, he's a special character. Just listening to his stuff is not going to turn you into David Goggins or get you the results of David Goggins. So you need habits to back up what it is that you want to achieve. Again, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits or systems. You need habits that fire automatically, even on average days. That's the difference, right? That's the difference in those that you may look up to, is that they get up and whether it's rain, hail, shine, they go out and get it done. Whether they're having a good day, bad day, whether their wife's yelling at them or not, they go out and they get after it every single day because why? Because it's who they are. All right, the real problem, most people build their business on motivation. Like I said, early days, I'm a hyper motivated guy, but what I found was, and this is, again, what I've found in myself, but also what I've studied and found in individuals, high-level individuals, they've experienced the same thing. In their early days of their entrepreneur, whatever it may be, you could tie this to sports, you could tie this to anything, but we'll say business, entrepreneurs, is that they'd take massive action, they'd knock on all these doors and they'd sell like crazy, but as soon as they stepped away from their business or stopped selling or stopped knocking on doors, naturally the whole operation collapsed. Okay, because you must tie it to a system, you must tie it to a habit so the action becomes automatic. And most people build their business on motivation. It doesn't work. They start strong, they feel productive for a few days, and they fade when life gets stressful or busy. And that's just absolutely what happens. You have a kid, you have a fight, you get divorced, someone in your family or friends has a health problem that distracts you, that brings your energy down, whatever it may be. Life is a series of ebb and flows. No one on this planet feels good every day, feels motivated every day. It's completely unrealistic, and it's not how reality works. That's why, again, this isn't me saying this. I have read all the books and I've practiced all the things. The only way to be successful over the long term is through your habits and through your systems. Okay. So you have to, again, if you do not have the habits or the systems, you need to be following this. And if you need more support, we're here for you at Founder Fit. And if you want this PDF, just click in the link in the description so you can then install it in your own life. Okay, and that leads to inconsistency. Again, what can you build with inconsistency? Nothing. If you go to the gym for 1 week and then you skip the next, and then you go for 1 week, skip the next, you'll never get the body or the fitness. Leads to guilt. I'm not doing it, so now I'm feeling guilty. I don't feel like it. Now I'm not doing it. Now I feel guilty, and it's a vicious cycle in the wrong direction. And it creates a lot of self-doubt once you go through that process, because the issue isn't discipline. It's that there's no system enforcing action when motivation disappears. So what's the solution? You must install habits and systems. Okay, so what is a habit? A habit is not willpower. A habit is a loop. Okay, it's a cue, it's an action, it's a result. So I get up, I put my gym shoes on, I go to the gym, I do the workout, I come home, I get the reward, I feel good, I've got a body I'm proud of, whatever it may be. It's a loop. I get up, I put the shoes on, I take the action, go to the gym, I get the reward, and I just loop it every single day, and that compounds. And once that loop is installed, the execution becomes automatic. Progress feels easier and results compound. This is why real business success looks boring. This is why building a great body is essentially boring. It's the same kind of workouts. It's the same kind of food done over however many years. Like, it really is. Again, I'm a fitness professional. I come from that world, got into business, made millions, started coaching people in health, in business. And, let's be honest, there is nothing sexy about, building the body. The body's sexy, but building the body is far from sexy. It is very boring things done on a loop, on repeat, consistently over long periods of time. So how to build the habits that stick. So what we need to do is break this down to a very simple step-by-step system. And that's what I've done here, so you can follow along very simply. How do you build? Because again, say you're 22 years old, you're 28, 20, whatever it is, you're 35, it doesn't really matter your age. But a lot of people have not, they just don't know about habits. They don't know about habit stacking. They don't know about compounding. They don't know about systems. Again, I'm very lucky. I come from the areas that have made this very natural for me. First of all, I come from the fitness industry. Well, first of all, I actually come from the military. And the military installed crazy habits and crazy systems. The whole thing is built on habits and systems, right? Then I got into the fitness industry, and you learn very quickly how to build, healthy habits and how to build the body. And then I got into business, and I actually got into then franchising in business, which franchises, as you know, like think of a McDonald's, it's all built off systems. Ray Kroc, no longer with us, but look at McDonald's, doing very well because of its systems. It's a very, very predictable model. And so, long story short, if you haven't heard of building habits, you would have heard the word habits, but how to build them, why to build them. This is exactly that. And we don't want to overcomplicate it. So I'm going to go through some steps now, and you just need to follow along, listen along. And if you need this PDF to then install them or go over it, whatever, go in the link below and you can grab that and reach out. If you need support, reach out, book a call. And we can also have this chat as well. You'll see that link in the description under Work With Us. All right. So how do we do this? Here's a mistake most people make. They try to change everything at once. Instead, do this. Don't do all, like if you know that you're not making sales calls consistently, or you're not posting content consistently, or you're not following up your team, consider working with them, meetings, whatever it may be. If you're not looking at your numbers consistently, if you don't have habits around these things, start with one at a time. Okay, so step one, start small, one habit. Okay, what's my habit for producing content? Every single Monday or every single day at this time or every single Tuesday at this time, whatever it may be, you are going to install that habit. You're going to pick one. Is it sales? Is it content? Is it reviewing numbers? What is it? You tell me, drop in the comment below. What is it going to be? So firstly, select one. Step two, lock the trigger. So same time, same contest every day or every week or every month, depending on, and when I say every month, look, that's, I actually take that back. I mean, the habit could be a board meeting every month. That's fine. Like that's a really good habit and that's monthly. But I actually don't want to talk about board meetings. What we want to talk about today is we want to start really small but powerful. Example, sales calls, follow up, posting content, recording content, the things that really do need to, or train. We could even talk health, fitness, because again, I directly link that to business, because if you're healthy, fit, energetic, business is going to be, life is going to be 1,000 times easier. But let's link this to a small, repeatable daily action that must be taken. So like I said, posting content, filming content, sales calls, sales follow-up, reviewing numbers, checking with team, debriefs, whatever it may be, okay? So you pick that one. All right. Step two, lock the trigger, same time, same context, every single day. Put it in your calendar. What are you going to do? What is it? Put it in your calendar. Create notifications, create alarms, make sure and commit to it. I am getting this done. All right. Step three, attach it to identity. So this is crucial. A lot of people talk themselves out of majority of things that they should be doing in life. I'm not good at content. I don't like technology. I don't understand numbers. I'm not good at math. I hate sales. I'm not good at sales. I've never done sales. I've never done this. I've never used this software. I've never done Zoom calls. I've never recorded content. I don't like the list goes on. I've heard it all. Okay. The most important thing that you can do is upgrade. Again, this is founder fit. Like for 80% of, ultimately it all comes back to, I don't want to get too distracted on this call, but famous Tony Robbins quote, we all stay consistent with how we define ourselves, which basically means that we all live our lives based on our identity. And our identity is the set of words and beliefs that we constantly tell ourselves, which basically forms who we believe we are. Like I'm a fitness professional. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a millionaire. I'm a dad. I'm a father. I'm this. I'm that. I'm all these things. And funny enough, I wake up and act that way. And that's essentially what an identity is. So if your identity is not designed, and again, this is founder fit. So if you know this to be true and your identity is not serving you, you need to book that call with us. I'm telling you, because you're only going to get short-term wins if you do not shape your identity, condition your identity for success. For example, I don't like sales calls. I don't like content. I'm not good at this. I've never learned that. I can't do that. As soon as that's your identity, you've got a massive ceiling and a massive chokehold on your ability to perform and succeed. Okay? So you need that identity to be completely in line with your goals, because if it's not, you have internal conflict, you self-sabotage, and you never hit those goals. Think about it. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever sabotaged? Have you started something strong and then just fallen off? It happens to all of us. But the difference is those that break through, those that get long-term success, they realize very, very quickly what it is and they do something about it. Like I did. Again, I was doing all these wrong things. I wasn't doing things consistently in my business, and I experienced the pain of it. I said, right, I need to upgrade my identity. I need to upgrade my systems. And, since doing that, again, millions of dollars, a lot of time back, I can move massive rocks with very little effort now. And I can create things without all the exhaustion that used to come with, starting new things or doing new things, because I now have systems and the identity to back it up. So again, sorry for the rant, but I just can't stress how important this is. So like I said, if you do not have the identity, the belief system to back up what it is that you want to achieve, aka your goals, you'll never get there. And if you get there through hustle, you'll self-sabotage and you'll lose it eventually. So make sure this is absolutely on point. Step 3, attach it to identity. So instead of I'm trying to be consistent, say I am the type of person who executes daily. I am the type of person that always gets it done. I do this. I am the person that gets it done. I always do it no matter what. I get things done no matter what. Okay? Step 4, track it. Yes or no, did you do it? And again, this is founder fit. What we find in a lot of our competitors is they just don't track. There's no accountability. And majority of success when someone is, on their rise, majority of the reason that they break through or they don't, they create the habit or the identity that they don't is because someone's holding them accountable. We will always do more for others than ourselves. And what that means is essentially if someone's all right, say I'm your personal trainer. You've got to go and you're going to the gym. We've agreed that you're going to go to the gym 5 times this week. Every single day, Monday to Friday, you're going to go to the gym. And maybe you don't do, hardcore intensity every day, but you're at least going to go every day. If the PT, say you don't have that PT and that PT is not going to follow you up and you haven't paid that PT, the chances of you going every day have been reduced by about 90%. Just by having that accountability, your probability increases by 90%. Why? Because you know that you're going to let someone down. You know someone's going to follow you up. You know someone's going to check in with you and make you feel bad for not going. And you know that they're not going to tolerate your bullshit excuses like I've got this, I've got that. You know that they're going to find a way around it. They're not going to let you off. But who is your best excuse maker? It's you. We all know we can tell ourselves a story to justify anything. Every single day I wake up, I don't necessarily want to go to the gym. I'm not like, I get to, it's like I'm going to a theme park or I'm going on a holiday. I get up and it's just like it's got to be done. But it's not. I don't even say that. It just is. Like it's just what happens at that time. In the sequence of events that consume my morning. Like there's no negotiation. There's not even a thought process about am I going, when am I going? It's already done. It's who I am. It's my identity. But say I didn't want to go and there was no accountability. I could just say, well, I've got a lot on. I got this meeting. I've got to prep for this. I'm behind on that. I could do this instead. I'll just do that. I'll just do this. We all know we're our best excuse maker. We all know we are the person that can let ourselves off anything. And that is why accountability is so powerful and so important. Like I can't stress this enough. You must have accountability in your life. And that is what we do at FounderFit, is that we hold you to the highest standard based on your goals and your desires. But we are just there to say, hey, we got you. And if you don't show up, we're going to be checking in. And, and we're not going to tolerate any bullshit excuses. We're going to hold you to that standard and remind you why you started up, why you paid the money, and why you're here with us at FounderFit. We're going to remind you of that. And we're going to keep you on track, keep you focused, keep on going until our programs are 90 days. And after 90 days, you're not going to need us. You're going to be so dialed in. You're going to be so consistent. Why? Because you've created the habit and you've created the identity. And again, none of this is rocket science, but we are skilled in this area, know exactly what to do systematically to produce this result. If you're not taught, you don't know. I don't know. I'm not an electrician. I don't know how to install fans and rewire buildings. But, when you're trained to do it, it's pretty simple. Okay? So attach it to an identity. It is just unbelievably important. If you don't do this, the rest, you fall off. And then track it. I think that's where we're up to. So track it. Again, that's what we do at FounderFit. It's tracked daily. Did you done or not done? Simple as that. Black or white. Then we'll look at your week. We'll look at your month. We'll look at your consistency. And we'll go, you're inconsistent. No wonder why you don't have the result. Like it's black and white right there in front of you, clear as day, why you're either getting it or you're not getting it. And that's the beautiful thing about it. It's so certain. It's so simple to understand why you're getting results or not getting results. It really is a beautiful thing. And protect it. Step 5, habits are non-negotiable. And that's what we do here at FounderFit. You tell us something, we take it very seriously. We're not like, oh yeah, cool, that sounds great, and we just disregard it. We take it so seriously, whatever you're saying to us, that we will protect it with you, because it is what that's part of the battle. It's taking it very seriously. I'm a serious guy. I take things very seriously. If I say things are getting done, man of my word, I will do it. I take shit very seriously. Life to me is very serious. And, a lot of people say to me, Scotty, why are you so serious all the time? Someone said it to me this morning, why are you frowning? I'm like, okay, I gotta get this done. It's serious. So anyway, you must take things seriously. You repeat it long enough and it stops feeling like effort. It becomes who you are. Consistency beats intensity every time. And that's what we're aiming for, guys. We're aiming for the point where it becomes, you repeat it long enough, it stops feeling like effort. Like I said, getting to the gym, working out, doing all those things from that time to that time and giving that intensity, it's just, you just rock up, you go hard, you do it for an hour, you get out, it's just done, and you get all the benefits of that. But when you first start working out, oh my God, it's now new. I've got to get these new clothes and shoes and it just all feels weird. And now I've got to drive and I don't know where to park all the time. There's all this, there's a lot of friction when you first start new habits. But when you do them for long enough, and again, we do it for 90 days with you, it just becomes like, oh yeah, yep, done. You don't think, you don't feel, you just do. And it's the best experience ever. And then when you start to see the results, it gives you so much confidence and belief and just certainty in who you are and what you can achieve. It's absolutely priceless. There's nothing better than that feeling. Okay, what you're going to notice, short term, less decision fatigue. You're not making as many decisions. It's great. You just wake up and just start getting things done. The mental noise, the clutter, you don't have all these thoughts and feelings about things. You just get things done. Medium term, predictable progress. You start to see that progress. You're like, okay, been doing this for a week, 2 weeks, a month. Makes sense. I'm seeing this, this, and this. Seeing more sales, more leads come through, more interest. I'm closing more. My revenue's increasing. I'm feeling better, whatever it is, whatever you're doing. Momentum without burnout. You start to get the results. Again, I go to the gym and I can train 6-7 days a week and I'm not, I don't get smashed. My body's not smashed because I'm conditioned. I don't burn out. I can make the content every day, the sales calls every day. I can do everything, the meetings every day. I can have the conversations every day. Keep doing it sustainably. I don't take time off. I can't remember the last time I had a holiday. I don't need holidays. I just want to keep going, but I don't do random things. I only do what I can do consistently. Of course, there's one-offs here and there, but 80 to 90% of my days and my weeks and my months are very, very predictable. And long term, like I mentioned, the confidence that comes with it is unbelievable. And the identity level change. You start to become someone of serious value. You start to become that person to be taken very seriously, because if I meet someone or just look at anyone in general and sort of try to work out where they are in life, I look at their habits, I look what they do consistently, because if they don't or can't do it consistently, then it's of no value. All right, so core takeaways. So that's the system there, and that's what we've gone over. But I really just want to go through these so you can really understand. So the first one is motivation is unreliable. Do not rely on motivation. Do not try and get motivated. Don't even think about motivation. Think about habits. If your progress depends on how you feel, you'll always be inconsistent, okay? 2, you don't need to become disciplined by trying harder, all right? It's not about that. It's not about trying and effort and discipline and motivation and grind. It's not. It's about stalling the habits and identity where action becomes completely frictionless. All right, average days decide your future. You don't have average days anymore. Again, you can have crazy stuff going on in your life, whatever it is, health problems with people or whatever it is. But, challenges in your business, COVID, stock market, interest rate, whatever it is, the fluctuations and uncertainty of business. But if you can get up and control the controllables, you're not going to have average days. You're going to keep punching out content, keep punching out follow-up, keep punching out sales calls, keep punching out, filming and follow-up and reviewing your numbers. And again, all the important things. And naturally, what you will just see is that just constant and consistent growth and progress in your business. All right, habits. Number 4, habits are identity in action. Every habit you keep is a vote for the person you are becoming, okay? So again, you are your habits. Your habits create your identity. And your identity is who you remain consistent with and the actions that you take. It is so important that you are creating, that your identity reflects your goals. Again, you'll never achieve your goals long-term, sustainably, without the identity to back them up. You may grind, hit some goals, but you will eventually slide back down because you can't sustain, because it's not who you are. Again, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life who you are. Small actions compound faster than the big intentions. Remember, the big intention, the big New Year's, I'm going to this, I'm going to that, I'm going to quit smoking, I'm going to go to the gym every day, I'm going to this. Everyone's got big intentions, but how many people do you know genuinely follow through consistently? Very, very few. And number 6, last one, if habits keep breaking, it's not a character flaw. Okay, so it means that there's no systems enforcing it. Without enforcement, nothing sticks. You don't win because you're motivated. You win because your habits fire even when motivation isn't there. Okay, just what we basically ended on above, which is you have to have the habits, you have to have the systems in place, and you have to have the identity that glues it all together. This has been a mouthful, guys, and I've been ranting, so I'm going to wrap this up. But listen, if you don't install this stuff, if you don't have this in your life and business, then your success will be so short term, and you're either about to experience it or you've experienced it. And look, if you have, there's an answer. We will work with you to achieve this. We do our 90-day program, FF90, Founder Fit 90, is a 90-day performance program that installs identity, habits, and systems into your life that guarantee success. And it's no bullshit. We guarantee it. We work with you until it's achieved. You know, it's an unbelievable program, and it's an unbelievable result that we will achieve with you. So if this is you, if you know that you need this, please click the link, go into the description below, click the link, book a call, and we're going to go over this in detail with you. And again, it's not a sales call, it's a strategy call. And we're going to look at if we can help you. If we can't help you, we'll send you on your way. But if we can help you, huge opportunity. And if you do need this, if you do want this PDF so you can review it and follow it, then please click the link below, and it will also be there. So guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.